What's up guys, it's DJ. So with the new Call of Duty also comes new score streaks. And a lot of people are still learning what the score streaks can actually do, as well as how to use them properly, or the different things you can do with them. So I'm making this guide for you guys today to hopefully help you out, help you pick your score streaks, as well as how to use them. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and skip over UAV and counter UAV. Those are kind of basic. And the first thing we're actually going to go to talk about is the Scarab. So the game actually describes the Scarab as a remote hover device that releases a multi-stage cryo explosion upon detonation. Now I don't know what that mumbo jumbo is, but basically it's the HCXD from Black Ops 3. It's a little robot that hovers around. You can make a jump by double tapping X on PS4 or double tapping A on Xbox. And you can also make it boost by pushing down on the left thumbstick. And basically what you do is you track down enemies, you boost towards them, and you explode. It's basically a flying C4. So you find them, and boom, there they go bye-bye. So the next thing we're going to talk about is actually the drone package. So it's pretty basic. It's basically the care package also from Black Ops 3. One thing that you should know about the care package, or drone package as we're going to call it now, is actually engineer doesn't work. I'm actually running engineer in this class. I heard that you actually couldn't double tap care packages in this game. In case you don't know what that is, it's basically when you roll up to a care package, you hit square twice, or I believe it's X on Xbox, and it would actually re-roll it into something else. So with the drone package, just be aware you're stuck with whatever you get. So the next score streak we're going to be talking about is actually called the Vulture, and the game describes it as a companion drone that protects your six. I'll tell you right now, after using it, it doesn't protect you at all. It is fairly weak. I thought it would be like the Talon where it would destroy people really quick. It actually takes a little bit to kill someone with the Vulture, as you can see right there in that little clip. So this is not something I would recommend running if you wanted to actually kill people. Although it does have another mode that a lot of people don't know about yet, called radar mode. So if you hold square, what it will do, it'll actually start sending out a ping. So it'll follow you around, and then it'll send out this ping. Now keep in mind though, this will only pick up people that aren't running Ghosts. Ghost is extremely strong in this game, and it counters a lot of things. This is one of them. So if you do end up deciding to run this, I would definitely recommend radar mode until they end up buffing the Vulture. And if they do, I'll let you guys know in the future. But as of now, this isn't a streak I would recommend running. So after the Vulture comes the Trinity rocket, and the game describes it as a large orbital cruise missile with boost capabilities that houses 2 additional projectiles. Basically how this works is you have 2 rockets before slamming down with the missile itself. When you hit the right trigger, it shoots out 1 rocket at a time. You have 2. So the first time you hit the right trigger, it shoots out a rocket. The second time you hit the right trigger, it shoots out another rocket. Keep in mind, these go exactly where you aim it. So if an enemy is running, make sure to pre-aim it just a little bit. And then that third rocket acts like a normal Hellstorm where you guide it to where you want it to go. So far, this is actually one of my favorite streaks just because it does have a lot of variety in the way you can use it. So yeah, make sure you take your time while you're doing this too, and it can get you a lot of kills. So up next are the Scorchers. They're basically 3 jets that do a laser strafing run. This is most comparable to the Rolling Thunder from Black Ops 3. It's really good for covering a lane. Now to use this, it basically gives you a giant arrow on the screen that you choose the path of the strafe run to happen. You'll see a lot of people put it off to the side. Don't do that, you're wasting it. Make sure the full arrow covers the map completely. Choose a lane or put it over a flag or an objective. That's the best way to use it, and it'll get you some kills. So after the Scorchers, you have something called the Bombardment, and the Bombardment is kind of like the Lightning Strike from Black Ops 3. You have 3 circles that you can choose from, or 3 areas or rings that you can choose from where the bombardment will happen. Now what you see a lot of people do is that they clump them together. They try to just call it really quick, they clump them together, and this isn't the best way to use them because then you're wasting a whole lot of area where you can actually get more kills with. What you should do is spread them out. Have the rings connect side to side to maximize the area where the bombardment is happening. You'll notice if you take that extra second to do this, you'll get more kills. Okay, so up next we have the Shock Sentry, and the Shock Sentry is basically the sentry gun from Black Ops 3 with some differences that we noticed. We found out some pretty interesting stuff while testing it. Now, it is only automatic. You can't control it manually like you did back in Black Ops 3, so keep that in mind if you are running it. Something else we did notice too is it actually kills a lot slower than the sentry gun in Black Ops 3. So what does this mean for the score streak? It's really good for objective-based game modes. If you're covering a flag for domination, or you need to cover a lane for that specific objective game mode, it's really good. It forces the enemies to try to take an alternate route, and it'll watch your back. But as far as flat out kills, it kills kind of slow, so don't expect to get a lot of kills. Is it a streak worth running? If you're an objective game mode player and you like covering lanes and playing objectively, yes. But other than that, it does kill slow. Hopefully they buff the time to kill as far as the sentry gun goes. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend it. Something else we did find out, though, that was really interesting is in the past Call of Duty, in Black Ops 3, if you picked it up after placing it and you got shot, it would get destroyed. That's not the case with this game. If you get shot and killed while holding the sentry, it'll just replace itself and it'll keep doing what it does. So next, let's go ahead and talk about probably my favorite kill streak in Infinite Warfare, and that's the Warden. It's basically the Wraith from Black Ops 3, but it actually has two different firing modes. Now, a lot of people don't know about this. So you actually have that normal mode where it just goes around and it just kills everything. But it also has another mode. It's called I believe it's called the Escort mode, or let me see here, Sentry mode. My bad. It's called Sentry mode. It'll actually, wherever you call Sentry mode in, you call Sentry mode by hitting square, it'll basically cover where you're standing. So if you hit Sentry mode at one part of the map, that Warden will basically stay where you called in Sentry mode, and it'll cover that area. So let's say you know that the B flag in a match is being attacked a lot, and you just want that Warden to cover that B flag. If you run over to the B flag, you hold down square and you put it in the Sentry mode, it'll just stay over the B flag and kill anything within the B flag. Personally, though, I would recommend just leaving it in its normal assault mode. It gets the most kills that way, and my god, is this thing a beast. So definitely run the Warden. I would say it's a must run as far as score streaks go if you're looking to get kills in this game. Okay, up next, we're talking about the Advanced UAV, and I gotta say, I'm really disappointed in what we found with the Advanced UAV. Basically, what the Advanced UAV does is it turns the UAV, it's an Advanced UAV, except it actually shows the directions of your enemies. So it'll show arrows of the direction they're facing, and it can be useful. You'll know where people are coming at, but it's not constant, and not only that, but it doesn't show the people that are running Ghost. I have one person here who is running Ghost and one without, and you can see, since the UAV isn't constant, it can be a little confusing at times to actually figure out in real time where the enemies are going, what their intentions are, and it can get you killed. It might get you confused. So hopefully they do buff the Advanced UAV. For right now, I would say until they buff it, you have better options, especially with Ghost being so relevant in the game. So up next, we actually have the Thor, and it kind of reminds me of the Black Ops 2 Lodestar. Basically, you're this giant machine in the sky that shoots out these rockets, and you have two modes that you can do with this. You have the first mode, which basically shoots all the rockets at once, and those rockets will follow your reticle. So basically what you want to do if you're using this mode is have it so that your reticle is always on an enemy or a group of enemies, and those rockets will follow and kill them. The second mode, which you'll see me use here in a second, is basically kind of like the Trinity rocket. You shoot one rocket at a time, but wherever you're aiming is where that rocket's going to go. You can adjust it later. If I had to choose between these two modes, I would recommend the first one just because it's kind of like a guaranteed kill. The enemies can't run away from it. You do also have the option of enabling night thermal or no thermal. I would recommend thermal. You see your enemies a little better. And you do have the option of thrusters. So if you don't like where you're positioned, you can hit L1 and it'll move you around the map a lot quicker, so that way you're at a vantage point where you can get more kills. Now, if you're confident and you feel like you're good enough at the game to get high streaks, this is one I would definitely recommend running. So up next, we have something called the RC8, which is basically like the GI unit from Black Ops 3. There are some differences though. With this RC8, you can actually control him manually. He does really a good job on his own automatically. He'll definitely get a bunch of kills out. But if you do plan on running him manually, there are some things that you should know that'll give you an advantage while using him, so that way you stay alive longer. So when you're controlling the RC8 manually, you're equipped with two things. You have a shield and you have a laser gun. The laser gun is going to be your main source of killing people, but you can shield bash people if they get too close. Now, you may be wondering, well, what's the point of this shield? Does it actually do anything? And I tested this. If people are shooting at rockets at you, no, the shield won't do anything. It'll always take you out in 3 rocket hits. But you can use the shield to protect yourself if people are shooting at you. and you can still shoot while you have the shield up. So if you're getting shot at with the shield, it'll actually keep you alive a lot longer. I tested this, and here's an example right here. So it is definitely worth it to have your shield up. If you're getting shot at, it'll keep you alive a lot longer, and you can go around, destroy everybody, and have a good time. So up next, we have our final score streak, and that's the AP3X. Now, let me go off and say this is actually a really fun score streak to use. There's nothing like going around and just completely destroying everything. Now, this is a score streak that can only be manually controlled. If you decide to use it, you have to control it. But with that being said, it is really strong. It can be taken down easily, but it can definitely cause some damage. Now, let me go ahead and explain exactly what you can do with this. So you're equipped with the machine guns, and these machine guns can kill people with 2 bullets. Yeah, that's right. It's insanely strong. And you do also have missiles. Not only that, but you can also choose whether you want to go high up or lower down. And you can boost it around. This is probably my favorite thing about this. Normally with something like this, you move around really slow, and it can take time to find enemies. But with the thrusters, you can really boost around and really try to find people really quick, and you can get a lot of kills this way. Just the thrusters alone make this kill streak worth running if you're confident in getting higher streaks, and it is definitely a load of fun to use. Alright guys, so those are all the score streaks in the game. Hopefully this guide helped you out, and until next time guys, have a good one.